On this episode, Bubba, we're talking about laws that I don't like, and we're gonna pet some dogs. I want to talk about laws that we put on ourselves that we hate. I mean, there's laws I hate that we've just recently applied to ourselves. It's like, we just came from the grocery store, right, where we picked up these dog treats. At the grocery store, we used to walk out and they would bag our groceries for us and we would just, go home and everyone would be happy. And then all of a sudden we got so worked up and upset about plastic bags that we passed this law that made it so if you forget your plastic bag, you got to pay 10 cents a bag. And I'm not really sure this is doing anything to actually help the environment. I think if anything, it's making us realize that we can't remember to bring bags to the grocery store and then making us pay 10 cents for bags that we basically need and they used to be free, but now we have to pay for them. And every time I go to the grocery store now, I wonder to myself, why do we do this? Why do we make a law like this? So I started thinking about that, and then it made me also start thinking about another thing. You see, I got a friend of mine, his name is Mark, and today he's got to put his bulldog down, and this bulldog and him are very tight. Every day on his social media, every single day on his Snapchat, he's posting some picture of his bulldog. And I'm a dog guy myself. I got a little white fluffy dog for my kids. They love her name's Stardust. The reason her name is Stardust is because we had a dog before that. That dog's name was Luxor, and I was really bonded with that dog, right? And so when that dog passed away, my wife and I, we made this decision that from now on, we're gonna name all of our dogs after Vegas casinos, right? If this dog didn't mean anything to us, we never would have made this determination, right? We never would have made this decision. Like, of course the dog meant something to us. And it was like devastating to have to put the dog down. And actually yesterday when I found out from my buddy that he has to put his dog down, it just got me thinking about like how important dogs are. It's one of those things you see on like Facebook, people post things that they really care about on their social media, and when they have to put their dog down, it's like one of the saddest things. They put pictures of themselves with the pet when it was a puppy, picture of themselves, when the dog was healthy and they're running around, and then of course like kind of end of the life or the sad and kind of dumpy pictures as the animal's gotten sick. And it really just makes you see how valuable and important these pets are to all of our lives, right? They're really, really valuable to all of our lives. And then you learn something crazy like this. If somebody were to injure or hurt your animal for a long time, we treated these animals like nothing but property. Like nothing but property. Like look at this bench behind me, right? If I just go and, I don't know, cut that bench in half, right? Like take a chainsaw to it and just cut it in half. You know what the law says? The law says, well, how much did that bench cost? Right? How much did the bench cost? How long is it supposed to last? So let's just say, to make the numbers easy for me, let's say that bench cost $100. It's supposed to last 20 years. That makes it worth about $5 a year. Does that make sense? $100, 20 years, $5 a year. If the bench has been there 7 years, they say, well, you're gonna have about another 13 years with the bench. At $5 a year, that bench is worth $65. I pay $65, and that's the payment to fix the damaged bench, right? I don't have to pay for the whole amount of the bench. They got 7 years of use out of that bench. But see, what's crazy is in California, under California law, we apply those same things to animals, to pets. We apply those same rules about property. Your dog, your cat, it's just property. So your dog is your property, and if your dog's supposed to live 20 years and you paid $100 for it, well then your dog's worth $5 a year. And 7 years from now, if someone were to come and to chop that dog in half right in front of you, you're telling me that you're gonna value it as $100 for the dog, and then you got 7 years use of it, so there's 13 years you didn't get to use at $5, so you get $65 back. Is your dog worth less after 7 years to you? It's not. Like that bench might be worth less after 7 years, but your pet's not worth less after 7 years. It's crazy. We need to do something to like change these laws. I've discussed this with a lot of different people. No one has ever disagreed with me. No one's ever said to me, no man, you got to use your dog for 7 years, so all you get is the 13 years that you had left. No one has ever taken that position with me. It's always, people get it, like the dog means more to you after 7 years. The pet means more to you after 7 years. And so my buddy, Mark, I know you gotta put down your bulldog, and for all the other people that are watching Unbillable, if you ever had to put down your pet, this is like a little tribute to all those pets that got put down. To my dog, my Luxor, that got put down 2 years ago. And Mark, your Jake that you're having to put down today. We went and picked up some dog treats. We're at the dog park here in La Quinta, and we're gonna see if we can just hand out some dog treats, maybe get some shots of some happy dogs. And with that, I just wanna tell everybody a couple things. First of all, if you like this video, if you like what we're doing here, hit the like button. I mean, that's like important to us. The first thing you do, hit the like button, right? If you want to keep up with what's going on with me and my main man Bubba behind the lens, the next thing you gotta do is you gotta subscribe. Subscribe to the page, it would mean a lot to us. all right? And if you got something you want to add, maybe a topic you want me to talk about, put it in the comments. If you like the video and want something to say, put it in the comments. You want to just tell me that you think my shades are sick, maybe you like my shirt, put it in the comments. We would really appreciate that. So with that, I really want to thank everybody for tuning in. Shout out to my buddy Mark. I know you're going through a tough time right now, and all the other pet people out there, and just everybody in general, man. The laws apply to all of us. Let's make laws that we like and not laws that we dislike. And that's what I got for this episode of Unbillable. Look forward to seeing everybody at the next one.